Uh, Class 11th Geography NCERT Chapter 3 Interior of the Earth. Point number 1. Gold mines in South Africa are as deep as 3 to 4 kilometers. Going beyond this depth is not possible as it is very hot at this depth. Next point, the Earth's radius is 6,370 kilometer. Next point, earthquakes and volcanic eruption and magma are major sources of the information on interior of the Earth. The indirect sources include analysis of the information, meteors reaching the Earth's gravitation, magnetic field, and seismic activity. Next point, we get to know through mining activity that temperature and pressure increase with the increasing distance from the surface towards the interior in deeper depth. Moreover, it is also known that the density of the material also increases with depth. It is possible to find the rate of change of these characteristics. Next point, the lithosphere refers to the portion of depth up to 200 km from the surface of the earth. Next point, an instrument called seismograph records the waves reaching the surface. Next, the velocity of waves changes as they travel through materials with different densities. The denser the material, the higher is the velocity. Next, seismographic waves are of two types, P waves and S waves. Next, seismographs located beyond 145 degree from epicenter record the arrival of P waves but not that of S waves. Next point, a zone between 105 and 145 degree from epicenter was identified as the shadow zone for both the types of waves. Next, the entire zone beyond 105 degree does not receive S wave. The shadow zone of S wave is much larger than that of the P waves. The shadow zone of P waves appears as a band around the earth between 105 degree and 145 degree away from the epicenter. Next, earthquakes are of two types. One, tectonic earthquake and second, volcanic earthquake. Next point, the magnitude of earthquake is measured through Richter scale. It relates to the energy released during the quake. The magnitude is expressed in absolute numbers 0 to 10. The intensity scale is named after Mercalli, an Italian seismologist. Next point, the crust is the outermost solid part of the earth. It is brittle in nature. The thickness of the crust varies under the oceanic and continental areas. Oceanic crust is thinner as compared to the continental crust. Next point, the mean thickness of oceanic crust is 5 km, whereas that of the continental is around 30 km. The continental crust is thicker in the areas of major mountain system. It is as much as 70 km thick in the Himalayan region. Next point, the portion of the interior beyond the crust is called the mantle. The mantle extends from Moho's discontinuity to a depth of 2900 km. Next point, the core is the innermost portion of the earth. The core mantle boundary is located at the depth of 2900 km. The outer core is in liquid state while the inner core is in solid state. The depth of the core is from 2900 km to 6378 km. Next point, bearing the basalt flows. The shield volcanoes are the largest of all the volcanoes on the earth. The Hawaiian volcanoes are the most famous examples. Important terms of this chapter. Important terms mean first point is earthquake. An earthquake is simple words is shaking of the earth. It is natural event. It is caused due to release of energy which generate waves that travel in all directions. Second, lithosphere. The lithosphere refers to the portion of the depth up to 200 km from the surface of the earth. Next point, volcano. A volcano is a place where gases, ashes and oblique or molten rock material in bracket lava escape to the ground. Next point, active volcano. A volcano is called an active volcano if the material maintained are being released or have seen released out in the recent past. Next, magma. As long as liquid rocks arena the upper portion of the mantle, it is called magma. Next, lava. When magma reaches the crust of the earth, it is called lava. Next, intrusive forms. The lava that cools within the crust portion assume different forms. These forms are called intrusive forms. Next point, batholith. Batholiths, a large body of magmatic material that cools in the deeper depth of the crust, develops in the form of large domes. Batholiths are the cooled portion of magma chambers. Next, caldera. These are the most explosive of the earth's volcanoes. They are usually so expensive that when they erupt, they tend to collapse on themselves rather than building any tall structure. They collapsed depressions are called calderas. Next point, laccoliths. These are large dome-shaped intrusive bodies with a level base and connected by a pipe-like conduit from below. It resembles the surface volcanic domes of composite volcano. Only these are located at deeper depth. Next, lapolith. As and when the lava moves upwards, a portion of the same may tend to move in a horizontal direction wherever it finds a weak plane. It may get rested in different forms in case it develops into a saucer shapes concave to the sky body. It is called lapolith. Next point, phycolith. A wavy mass of intrusive rocks at times is found at the base of cyclines or at the top of anticline in folded igneous country. Such wavy materials have a definite conduit to source beneath in the form of magma chambers in brackets subsequently developed as batholiths. These are called phycoliths. Next, sills. The near horizontal bodies GF, the intrusive igneous rocks, are called sill or sheet. depending on the thickness of the material. The thinner ones are called sheets, while the thick horizontal deposits are called sills. Hypocenter. The point where the energy is released is called the focus of an earthquake. Alternatively, it is called the hypocenter. Next point, epicenter. The point on the surface which is nearest to the focus of the energy is called epicenter. It is the first one to experience the waves. It is a point directly above the focus. Next point, crust. The crust is the outermost solid part of the earth. Next, mantle. The portion of the interior beyond the crust is called the mantle. Next, gravity anomalies. The difference in reading from the expected values is called gravity anomaly. Gravity anomalies gives us information about the distribution of mass of the material in the crust of the earth. Next, shadow zone. There exists same specific area where the waves are not reported. Such a zone is called shadow zone. Next, Richter scale. The earthquake events are scaled either according to the magnitude or intensity of the shock. The magnitude scale is known as Richter scale. Next, shield volcanoes. These volcanoes are mostly made up of basalt, a type of lava that is very fluid when erupted. For this reason, these volcanoes are not steep. Next, composite volcanoes. These volcanoes are characterized by eruption of cooler and more viscous waves than basalt. These volcanoes often result in explosive eruption. Next, P waves. P waves move faster and are the first to arrive at the surface. These are also called primary waves. Next, S waves. S waves arrive at the surface with some time lag. These are called secondary waves. Here chapter 3 is completed.